taking the Whitewater Valley into the future of how you get news. The best coverage in the Whitewater Valley from the best news source. Kicks 96 and WHON Video News with Jeff Lane.
What does it mean knowing Reed now offers the highly advanced specialty of electrophysiology to treat silent conditions of the heart?
More than you know.
More than you know is closer than you think. Reed Hospital and Healthcare Services.
Welcome to Kicks 96 and WHON Video News. It's Friday, May the 16th. I'm Jeff Lane. Officials from Milso Industries, which is also known as Matthews International in Richmond, and at the company's headquarters, are not commenting on reports of a second shift layoff. Some employees and city officials have indicated that there was notification of a second shift layoff at the Industrial Parkway casket manufacturer. There has been no word on the number of employees that would be affected. Per share earnings for the company are up 12% from the same period last year. The company has also been known locally as York Casket. It would be the third significant manufacturing hit the city has taken in just over a month. In early April, Belden employees learned of about a 17% cut in its workforce, and then just a couple of weeks ago, Marvell Industries announced that it would leave Richmond and take with it another 140 jobs. Most people anticipated it before Memorial Day. Yesterday it became a reality. $4 a gallon gas in the Whitewater Valley. The Stuckey's Dairy Queen facility at the junction of I-70 and Centerville Road became the first in our area, unofficially, to hit the mark by selling regular unleaded gas for $4.09 a gallon yesterday. The price remained at $4.09 this morning. That station clearly is higher than the area's average. Most stations today in the Whitewater Valley remain at $3.85 to $3.90 range. Regionally, gas prices are essentially in that same range. Dayton, Cincinnati, and Indianapolis stations are still under $4 a gallon this morning. The cheapest gas we found today was for $3.68. It's being sold at that price at a few stations near the Dayton airport. Community leaders gathered at the Richmond Municipal Building last night to observe the two-year point since the adoption of the city's comprehensive plan and to establish a permanent advisory committee to make sure the plan stays current. Richmond Mayor Sally Hutton talked about the plan's significance.
Well, basically by law, if we wanted to apply for any grants, every 10 years we have to update our comprehensive plan, but we've gone a little beyond that now. We've really gotten the community involved for the last 2 years. Tonight we're going to hopefully get the approval to have a permanent advisory committee to this comprehensive plan, and so that they can update and review and help us make decisions and make sure that it's still current with the needs of the community. So this one's not going to sit on the shelf. It's going to be used.
An outline was also presented for the next couple of years. And here's an idea for the weekend. It's the 4th annual Honoring Our Children powwow happening in Richmond. The two-day event kicks off tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at Middle Fork Reservoir. Here's Whitewater Valley Powwow Chairman Aaron Stevens talking a little about this weekend's events.
We will actually have bonfires. There will be some other pit fires so that people will learn how to make food in a pit, and I guarantee you that when it's done, you will never know that a fire was ever built there, was ever there. In addition, it begins on both days at 10 o'clock in the morning. We have something called Grand Entry. Grand Entry is always the first entry into the sacred dance circle, and that is always the bringing in of the flags and the eagle staffs, followed by the veterans, and then followed by the dancers. And this year we're going to have special honoring of our veterans as well as the young people and the children of all ages and all colors and all backgrounds that we're honoring. But we're also going to be honoring the families of a young man named Frederick Miller from Hagerstown, Matt Maupin from Ohio, and Jonathan Lawman from Richmond, in their memories and their families. We're going to be honoring them as well.
Aaron says there will be extravagant wardrobes displayed this weekend, including what he's wearing.
There are going to be people who are going to be dressed in different types of regalia. Myself, of Cherokee heritage, I'm going to be dressed in my traditional Southeast Woodland regalia, which is going to be a roach worn on the head with feathers, as well as breastplate, breechcloth, a bustle, which is an array of feathers at my waist. But then you're going to have other types of regalia too. Plains grass dancers, jingle dress dancers for the women, shawl dancers, a lot of different types of regalia that are going to be indigenous to different regions of the country based upon the tribes that where those locations are that are found in those locations.
There is a small admission fee. This has been Kicks 96 and WHON Video News. I'm Jeff Lane. Have a great weekend.
Leading the Whitewater Valley into the future of how you get news. The best coverage in the Whitewater Valley from the best news source. Kicks 96 and WHON Video News with Jeff Lane.